Okay, we should be live now. Well, wait a minute. I better make sure that. Oh, it says I am. Okay. All right. Let's start this baby off right now. Here's a song. It's showtime, my friend. How nice, come on in. It's so good to see you again. We got stories to share. It's virtually there. It's showtime, my friend. It's showtime, my friend, with a tear or a grin. We're chomping a bit to begin. Wear sweatpants or slacks, let's break out the snacks. It's showtime, my friend. If you have to go, I want you to know it's easy to log right back in. Connection too slow? Hope you don't miss the show. 'Cause it's showtime, my friend. Go for it. It's time to prepare for our online affair. I do hope you'll stay till the end. I've tuned up my axe, sit back and relax. No matter how your day has been, we'll make you smile, make it all worth your while. It's showtime, it's starting in no time. It's showtime, my friend. Whoo, we got back going. I don't know, that button disappeared last week too, and it kind of freaked me out. But it's nice that I can reconnect and it will display the button, which over on Facebook, the old days, sometimes nothing would happen. It didn't matter what you did. So these guys are doing a pretty good job. Okay, we are live. So let's see what else I was going to ask. We see Larry. Larry's the first one here. Larry, you were here at Quarter Till. Okay, and Joan and Bob Haskin and Carol. Hi, Carol. They said there's a piano player over there at Independence Village, and I was you could see in my note that if Ralph Vodopek was playing, hey, I would leave here and come over there, because Ralph is like top-notch pianist. I mean, Ralph won the first Van Cliburn contest, international contest. He was the first winner, and a professor at Michigan State. Fantastic player. I mean, unbelievable. Just check out Ralph Vodopek, and not only that, you can buy the albums. But man, what a thing to see him in person. Fantastic. Okay, let's see who else I'm in. And Kim and Mark, yep, and Bud, Brett, and Ginny. Good to see you guys. Good. And let's see. Then Mom, of course, Mom. Hi, Mom. And let's see. And then. Okay, that's who we've got. And Jack and Barb. Hi, you guys. All right, let's see. Janice asked me the other day, and Joe, hi, Joe. The other day, Janice said, well, have you heard anything from Jack and Barb? And I say, yeah. They say, hi, Jack and Barb here. Yeah, I've heard. like we just chat right while we're here, and then so I can tell her what's going on. All right. Well, what I want to do, I'm gonna mix a couple of auction songs here together, and let me see. I get this part set up here. Oh, all I have to do is click that button. I think we should be ready to go. So, let me do this. I think I have the right tempo for that. Oh yeah. Hey, well, all right, so open the gates and let 'em out and walk 'em, boys. Here they come out of gate number 9. What are you going to bid for 'em? $25 bid and now $30, 30. Would you give me 30 bidding for $30, $30? Who'd give me $30? Who'll make a $30 bid? I got a $30 bid and now 35. Would you give me 35? Make it 35. Who's going to do a $35 bid? There was a boy from Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his ma when she told him he should go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, and pretty soon you'd find him at the local auction barn. He'd stand and listen carefully till pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my, it's do or die. I gotta learn that auction cry. Gotta make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 bidding out, $30, 30. Would you give me 30 bidding for me? $30, $30. Who'd give me $30? Who'd make a $30 bid? Got a $30 bidding out, 35. Would you give me 35? Make it 35, bidding 35. Who's gonna bid it at $35 bid? Well, now that was the premier auction song that had been, an auction song forever, written by Leroy Van Dyke. I remember the song because it was a hit on the radio in, well, I don't know the year, but I was in junior high school. Well, that song has been around for a very long time. And then around the 1990s, which is a while ago now too, a fella by the name of Leroy Van Dyke came up with this one. No. It wasn't Leroy, it was John Michael Montgomery. I went down to the Grundy County auction. I saw something I just had to have. My mind told me I should proceed with caution, but my heart said go ahead and make a bid on that. Oh, it started over. Why would it do that? All right, let's start over again here. Make it real serious. Oh, my drum machine's playing. Okay, here we go. Something clicked on my screen. Here we go again. I went down to the Grundy County auction where I saw something I just had to have. My mind told me I should proceed with caution, but my heart said go ahead and make a bid on that. I said, hey pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make it mine, all mine. I'll do your bidding, be at your beck and call. Yeah, well, I've never seen anyone looking so fine. Man, I gotta have, she's one of a kind. I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold to the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. Got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Well, the auctioneer was going about a mile a minute. He was taking bids and calling them out loud. And I guess I was really getting in it, 'cause I just shouted out above the crowd. I said, hey pretty lady, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make you mine, all mine. I'll do your bid, be at your beck and call. Yeah, well, I've never seen anyone looking so fine. Man, I gotta have, she's a one of a kind. I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold to the lady, long black dress. Well, she stole my heart, it was no contest. With a ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Woo! Yeah, we found love on the auction block, and I hauled her heart away. And we still love to laugh about the way we met that day when I said, hey, baby, won't you give me a sign? I'd give anything to make mine, all mine. I'll do your bidding, be at your beck and call. I'll dance with anyone looking so fine. Man, I gotta have, she's one of a kind. I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold to the lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. Got ruby red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm about to bid my heart goodbye. Always like those biddle-a-doomp on the end. You know that it's the song is over when it does it. When they fade out, what do you have? Yeah, you have a commercial usually on if it's on the radio. All right, that was well. When I told you that John Michael Montgomery recorded this song, he did not write it. I don't know who did. I don't have the information about that on this one, and I guess nobody ever asked me about it either. I can imagine there might have been a team of songwriters on that one. A very, very clever song. Although there are songwriters who are perfectly capable of turning out something like that if they need to. Well, anyway, here we go. I'm going to, I want to do a song. Somebody asked me to do a song by Pat Boone the other day. And, I said, well, what do you like? He says, I like all of his stuff. I said, you like his hard rock? He says, I don't even know about that. So he's got a hard rock album out, where he does some pretty heavy songs. And the critics did not like it too well because he has a smooth voice, with that smooth voice. Well, anyway, this one is Love Letters in the Sand. Let's see. All right. On a day like today, not like today here in Michigan, we pass the time away writing love letters in the sand. How you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters from the sand. You made a vow that you would always be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand. You made a vow that you would always be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my broken heart aches with every wave that breaks over love letters in the sand. So I'll be ready when I go back to that place. It was called Holt Rehab, and a fellow likes his Pat Boone music. Okay, now let me look it over here. Mom said, you just read in your mother's diary from 1903. She started guitar lessons, really. It cost 50 cents a lesson. Ooh, once a week, 50 cents a lesson. That would have been a lot of money at the time, because 50, then it'd be $5. It'd probably be like, $50 now. Wow. That's, man. That better be a darn good teacher. Let's put it that way. Woo. All right. Yeah, everything's going good. And Susan Curtis just checked in. Good. Nice to see you again, Susan. Oh, great. That's great. Well, let's do one that's a little bit more energetic here. This is Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. And I'm not going to be doing any bugle work here. I'm just going to be kind of bibbidi-bap. I'm going to kind of, what do they call, oh, thank you, Kim. It's funny that the comments will appear like a minute after the songs are done, so it's a little weird on my side over here. Anyway, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. And by the way, on this one, I got a nice track for it, but it didn't have any voices on, so I had to do the other parts. So when you hear all the voices singing, I did all the extra parts, and then I'm singing lead live right now. And let's see here with okay, he wasn't. All right, well, we'll see how the notes lead me here. And where's my... Okay, here we go. It's time to start. Start the song. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, da, ba, doodle, da, ba, doodle, da, ba, da, dee, 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 ba, da, ba. He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was the top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with a draft. He's in the army now, playing reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The section seemed to understand. Because the next little cat went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a tootly out of toot, Nate to the bar. In boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar are playing with him. He makes a company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was our boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. And he plays boogie-woogie bugle. He's as busy as a bee. And when he plays, he makes the company jump 8 to the bar. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, 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 a tootly-outta, tootly-outta, toot, toot, toot. He's blowing 8 to the bar. He can't blow a note if the bass and guitar isn't with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. Bop, 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 ba da da. He puts the boogie every night. He wakes them up the same way in the early bright. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know how he plays when someone gives him a beat. He really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie-woogie bugle boy of Company B. Woo, that was a raucous one compared to passing the time away with Love Letters in the Sand. By the way, I think the Love Letters in the Sand was actually written originally to be for a woman to sing it, because it says, how you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters from the sand. I just couldn't imagine a guy going, oh, I'm so sad that our love letters are reading. Not saying anything bad, just saying that I couldn't quite picture it. And actually, Patsy Cline recorded this. Somebody else did too, another woman on the pop charts. Patsy was more on the country charts, of course. And I want to look over here. It says, oh, Corinne is here today. Well, hello. Yes, okay. And she was 18 years old. Who was that, Mom? Who was 18 years old? You mean Patsy Cline was, or? Okay. Well, you know what, though? I have something that I want to do for Corinne. I've been saving this one for a few shows here, and let's try it here. On a long, lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine moaning out its one-night song, and you think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do. When you're riding 16 hours, there's nothing much to do, and you don't feel much like riding. You just wish the trip was through. Say, here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Go playing star again. There I go, turn Well, you walk into a restaurant, strung out from the road, and you feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking off the cold, and you pretend it doesn't bother you, but you just want to explode. Most times you can't hear them talk, and other times you can. All the same old cliches. Is that a woman or a man? You always seemed outnumbered, but you don't dare make a stand. Here I am on the road again. There I am on the stage. There I go, playing star again. There I go, turn the page. Out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy you try to give away as the sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Now later in the evening, as you lie awake in bed with the echoes of the amplifiers ringing in your head, and you smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what she said. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. There I go, playing star again. There I go, turn the page. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go, playing star again. Here I go, okay, what's that say? I was looking for the answer. Corinne, what do you hear from April? Okay, Mom asked. Mother in 19... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to go back to what the note was before. Let's see. She was 18 years old. Oh, your mother was 18 years old in 1909. 1903. 1903. That was a while ago, you know. More than 100 years. Can you... Oh, boy. Okay, I see Mom and Corinne has a little conversation going there, living in Georgia. Yeah, I will see. I'll see her email, Facebook posts from time to time, so I'm able to see some of that. I think she went to a concert recently. Okay, now, that was... all right, so I want to do a song that I did last week, and it's a song that I wrote called Lady Luck. And this is one of those things, when I introduce a song, they'll often go through changes. So I played this for my songwriters group, and they said, well, you know, you might want to make some changes. And some of the changes that they asked for, I've added now, but I have not finished it. So you're actually listening to an early version of this song that may end up being kind of different from the final one. So it's about Lady Luck, inspired, Well, I'm not really a gambler, but I did work quite a bit in casinos back in the 90s, I think it was. Well, actually, 80s and 90s. And so I watched a lot of people get into trouble with their belief in Lady Luck. So let me see if I can get this. Let me see. All right. Okay, here we go. Lady Luck's a bad lover. She'll leave you someday. She'll promise you heaven, but you'll have hell to pay. She'll tell you she's yours, pour lies in your ear. Go on, bet it all, there's nothing to fear. Lady Luck's a bad lover. She'll leave you someday. When she was my girl, my cards did no wrong. My horse came in first, the dice sang my song. I won and I won one day in a row. And when she slipped out, all my luck and my dough were in some other fool's pockets with the deed to my house. And that's how I know Lady Luck's a bad lover. She'll leave you someday. Yeah. She'll promise you heaven, but you'll have hell to pay. She'll tell you she's yours, pour lies in your ear. Go on, beat it all, there's nothing to fear. Lady Luck's a bad lover. She'll leave you someday. Don't trust the old girl, or did you forget? You gather up gold with shovel and sweat. Lady Luck's a bad lover. She'll leave you someday. She'll promise you heaven, you'll have hell to pay. She'll tell you she's yours, pour lies in your ear. Go on, bet it all, there's nothing to fear. Lady Luck's a bad lover. She'll leave you someday. And if you're not lucky, she's leaving today. Oh, yeah, I was talking with a friend of mine. He said he went to the casino with $40, made sure he said all his other money was locked away, and he said he put it in the slot machine, and when it was gone, he said, that's it. He went to the shows and had a good time there, had a good meal. Oh, my gosh, some of the casinos have some of the most fabulous food. When I lived in Las Vegas, we often would go out to the casino, to the buffets, because you couldn't beat it would cost you more to cook your own food at home than it was to eat at some of those inexpensive buffets, because they want you to come in the door, eat the food, and then go gamble at their place. Of course, they're going to try to attract you. Why not? All right, here's another beautiful song. This one is sung by Anne Marie, and she tells a story. Performers who, even some people who write some of their own music, are always looking for songs that are going to do well by them, that they feel strongly about, that they want to perform. And with people like Anne Marie, she doesn't write her own music, so publishers would send songs to her, and at that time they would send cassette tapes. Some of you will remember cassette tapes. I think most of the people here would remember cassette tapes. I don't see William here today. He might not know about that. But anyway, when we had cassette tapes, so she had the publisher sent her cassette tapes, and as she would listen, she would put it in the cassette player and listen for a while, and then she'd go, yes, or no, or not quite sure. And she said that when she came back to listen to this one a second time, she said, I must have been tired or something because I can't believe I did not think this was a great song. So here it is. Could I Have This Dance? I'll always remember the song they were playing the first time we danced, and I knew as we swayed to the music and held to each other, I fell in love with you. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to me. As we moved together, I knew forever you're all I'll ever need. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Would you be my partner every night? When we're together, it feels so right. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? An Anne Marie song. And oh, I didn't see Dave Teeter logged on there. Hi, Dave. Oh, right. And Kim, you like the Lady Luck song. Okay. I think it may have some changes to go through yet. Some melodic things I'd like to do a little differently. I think the message is there, though. A couple of things I was going to tell you about. One is the microphone being right. You'll see me go like this sometimes, and one of the reasons for doing that is because a microphone, if you stay right up on the microphone, you can get these peep, beep, pip, pop, 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 sound. Some of the sounds are not real pleasant, but if you're at a microphone and you sing over the top of it, you don't get the big P's and B's and explosives there. Now I have a limiter, which is a device here that reduces the volume, so when I have a P or a B, they don't really come through very strongly. So it's a really nice tool to help even out the vocals, the vocal volume. But anyway, okay, let's move on here. It's time for another up-tempo song. Here's one by Buddy Holly. It's called Maybe Baby. And I don't know what the problem is. Maybe she says, it's funny, honey, you don't care. You never listen to my prayer, but you'll love me someday. He's a very confident guy. Well, he wrote a lot of love songs that way, but here we go. 3, 4. Maybe, baby, I'll have you. Maybe, baby, you'll be true. Maybe, baby, I'll have you for me. Funny, honey, you don't care. You never listen to my prayer. Maybe, baby, you'll love me someday. Well, you're the one that makes me glad, and you're the one who makes me sad. When someday when you want me, well, I'll be there. Just wait and see. Maybe, baby, I'll have you. Maybe, baby, you'll be true. Maybe, baby, I'll have you for me. Sad when someday when you want me, well, I'll be there. Just wait and see. Maybe, baby, I'll have you. Maybe, baby, you'll be true. Maybe, baby, I'll have you for me. Maybe, baby, I'll have you for me. Me and Buddy Holly had that sort of a hiccup way of singing, didn't he? I'll have you. And as soon as I heard it, I knew I could do it, but it's really interesting that he had invented it. But the other thing I was noticing, look at my shirt here now, watch. You see these little lines that appear? Look at that. Right up in here, they call those, I knew the name earlier, now I can't remember, moire patterns. What's happening is this is a striped shirt, real fine, small stripes, but it doesn't match up with the pixels on the screen. So like when the screen can't make up its mind whether it's supposed to display a white or a red line, and so it's kind of does this weird thing that happens there. And they used to tell people don't wear striped shirts on TV. That's why I wore this jacket today, not because I'm chilled, but I didn't want, if that moire pattern was going all over there, it'd drive you guys nuts. Look at that here when I show a lot of it. Woo! It's kind of cool. You know, kind of hippie-like. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see what we have next here. Oh, here's one. This is a Nat King Cole song. And I've told this here before. Most of you guys know this, but I like to tell it again. Nat King Cole started out as a piano player, a jazz piano player, and he had a little jazz trio that traveled around the country, and he never intended to be a singer. But one night, a drunk demanded that he sing a song that Nat didn't know, but he said, well, how about if I sing Sweet Lorraine? And so he did that, and people heard his voice and said, wow, that's great, you got to do more. And so he kept singing, and pretty soon he had a record contract for his singing stuff. So isn't it funny, though? I like to say, you never know what's going to happen, because normally if a drunk comes up and demands stuff from you, you're kind of going, oh, man, please, I wish you wouldn't have done that. But it's a good thing the guy did that, because otherwise we never would have heard of Nat King Cole. Here it is. After these kind of cold days we've had here, I want to do those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Those days of soda and pretzels and beer. Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Those days of summer will always be here. Just fill your basket full of sandwiches and weenies. Then lock the house up. Now you are set. And on the beach you'll see the girls in their bikinis, as cute as ever, but they'll never get them wet. Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Those days of soda and pretzels and beer. Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Those days of summer will always be here. Roll out those lazy have to tell a girl and fella about a drive-in or some romantic mood, it seems. Right from the moment that those couples start arriving, you'll see more kissing in the cars than on the screen. Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer, those days of soda and pretzels and beer. Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer, those days of summer will always be here. Those days of summer will always be here. Those days of summer will always be here. Yeah, dust off the sun and moon and sing a song of cheer. Apparently that was one of the lines at one point in the song too. Oh, and I was going to tell you one other thing about. Remember when I did "Could I Have This Dance"? I have been told that song could not be a hit on country radio now because it's verse, chorus, verse, chorus, chorus. It doesn't have a bridge. Got to have a bridge these days, or otherwise the song's not going to make it on the radio. And I'm going, lighten up, folks. A great song is a great song. It's a great song 10 years ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago. Cool songs are cool songs, people. It doesn't always have to have a chorus, it doesn't always have to have a bridge. My goodness, we look at songs like, well, MacArthur Park's probably not a good example because I know so many people who don't like it very well, but MacArthur Park was like an 8-minute song, and because it had all these interesting different parts. And by the way, the music that's coming out, they call it K-pop, that's coming out of Korea. Some of those songs are done by these young folks, and they have as many as 5 different parts, maybe 6 or 7 parts of the song. All along, people have been saying, people don't have the attention span. We can only deal with songs that have 2 or 3 parts, 6 or 7. And yet K-pop is doing just fine, thank you. So I think it's interesting. All these people that are, knowledgeable, and they are the experts, and they know everything. I'm thinking, yeah, maybe you do, maybe not. So here's one. This is a song that Mom always used to sing when we go out and do karaoke. And here it is. It's called Red Roses for a Blue Lady. I want some red roses for a blue lady. Mr. Florence, take my order, please. We had a silly quarrel the other day. I hope these pretty flowers chase her blues away. I want some red roses for a blue lady. Send them to the sweetest girl in town. And if they do the trick, I'll hurry back to pick your best white orchids for her wedding gown. We had a silly quarrel the other day. I hope these pretty flowers chase her blues away. I want some red roses for a blue lady. Send them to the sweetest girl in town. And if they do the trick, I'll hurry back to pick your best white orchids for her wedding gown. Your best white orchids for her wedding gown. I want some red roses for a blue lady. Your best white orchids for her wedding gown. Yes, and I see some hot dogs and beer for for those lazy, hazy, crazy days. You bet. And Joan says, thanks for the sunshine. I know we needed some. My gosh, I saw the sun come out yesterday for a minute or two, but it was still pretty gray and they did not melt. But as the week progresses, the temperatures here in Michigan are going to be rising up to, what do we say, 38? I think we might get some snow melting. And I don't think I said hi to Dave. Dave, are you still here? Where did I see the? I know I saw. There's Dave Teeter. Hi, Dave. All right. That's part of a song that I was writing with Dave, but that's the one, Dave, that freaks me out. It's such a sad song, I'm going to have to change the lyrics to something a little bit happier. Okay, let's see, where are we here? We've got, here's a great one. I have two things that you could actually do polka to if you wanted to. If you want to leap up in your living room there, we're going to do Jambalaya, Hank Williams song. Another very clever song by Hank Williams. And again, just this, man, oh man, his lyrics are so good. The melodies are simple and memorable. Here we go. And how nice that we have a guy named Joe with us today, because I'm going to say it right at the beginning. Goodbye, Joe. Me gotta go. Me oh my oh. Me gotta go. Pull the Piro down the bayou. My Yvonne, sweetest one. Me oh my oh. A son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. And 'cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama share of me, oh. Well, pick guitar, fill fruit jar, and be gay, oh. A son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. The tippy does, the Fontanos, the place is buzzing. A kinfolk come to see Yvonne by the dozen. Dressing style, go hog wild, me oh my oh. A son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. Oh, tonight I'm gonna see Mama share of me oh. Lord, pick guitar, fill fruit jar, and be gay oh. A son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Settle down, far from town. Get me a Piro, and I'll catch all the fish in the bayou. I'll swap my mom to buy Yvonne what she need, oh. A son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama share of me, oh. Pick guitar, fill fruit jar, and be gay, oh. A son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Well, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama share of me, oh. Well, pick guitar, fill fruit jar, and be gay, oh. A son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Well, son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Oh, son of a gun will have big fun on the bayou. Out there on the bayou. I feel. Okay. Dave's looking about a gospel song or My Way. Yeah, why don't we finish up with My Way? I like the idea of that. In the meantime, let me do one other song that I wrote here. I haven't done this one for quite a few weeks here, it turns out. Quite a few, so someone might have heard it at all. It's a song that I wrote with two other songwriters. One is Sherry Hagan. Now, Sherry Hagan's husband is the one who did the arrangements for a lot of these songs that I've written. And he did not do the arrangement on this one. We put that together ourselves. And also Dewey Lunguski. The three of us all belong to a thing called the Nashville Songwriters Association International. And I think they kind of like this song. Anyway, here it is. It's called Choosing You. Here we go. She said, Daddy, would you tell me that story again? How you and Mommy knew I was the one, when I was the only baby in that orphanage, who giggled at your voice and grabbed your thumb. So he sat her on his knee and told her once more, word for word, the way he had 1,000 smiles before. He said, your angel eyes were brighter than a clear blue summer sky, and it only took a soft hello to see your pretty smile. There was magic, there was love, like a sign from up above, that nothing could be easier to do than choosing you. 21 years later, that same little girl found a good man to start a story of their own. As life turned round the sun, their two hearts beat as one, and their fixer-upper soon became a home. On their first anniversary, she asked her husband how, from all the women in the world, he somehow picked her out. He said, your angel eyes were brighter than a clear blue summer sky, and it only took a soft hello to see your pretty smile. There was magic, there was love, like a sign from up above, and nothing could be easier to do than choosing you. They heard about a baby girl without a place to stay. They took her in and couldn't wait to tell her one day, your angel eyes were brighter than a clear blue summer sky, and it only took a soft hello to see your pretty smile. There was magic, there was love, like a sign from up above, that nothing could be easier to do than choosing you. Choosing you. Yeah, we sort of think that that's got, a nice emotional thing to it. So anyway, we're hoping that we can get some people interested in this song. Let's see, okay, if I'm gonna finish up with My Way, I bet I have to go find it. So, okay, let me get it here. All right, My Way. I think I did this kind of recently, but, okay, here it goes, over there. Now let me see if it put it into, it's running a script, it's doing a bunch of stuff. Now I gotta see if it actually puts a song on here for me. Oh my goodness. It's doing a bunch of work here on the screen. Let me see if I go over there now, if it's on my window for me to play. And where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's finish. And I know I did this recently because I'd finished reading a book about Paul Anka. And Paul Anka wrote the words to My Way, but it actually came from a French song with a title that translates to As Usual, sort of the story of a couple breaking up. And it didn't do well on the charts, but Paul liked the melody and he got permission to use it. And it was written by a fellow by the name of let's see, Giles Tiba and Claude Francois and Jacques Rivaux. And Sinatra told Paul that he was going to retire after one more album, and if Paul wanted to get a song on that album, he'd better get busy. So Paul had been thinking about this one for a while, but he finally got it. So here it is, Frank Sinatra's grand finale song, written by Paul Anka. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has naught to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my Let's going to play a little bit more music as it fades away now. And thank you all once again for being here. It's so nice to have you, and it's nice to have the conversations. And let's see, maybe I'll get some gospel in the next time. Thank you all. I mean, really, this is nice. You had nice conversations going here over here on the side, which was fun for me to look at. And what else can I say? Let your friends know about the show, I suppose. And then we will see you here next week. And here is my fade out music. Let's let it play a little bit. If you have to go, that's okay, man. Here comes a nice little piano part coming up. Not real piano, but sort of a muted synthesizer piano thing or something. I think the melody might be coming up in a little bit. No, now it's an organ, but we have a guitar part coming up. Going to fade away here. I feel like I'm fading away. I'm hungry. It's time for my dinner. What? But oh no, I should have eaten some. No, it's gone. We will see you here next week. Same time, same bat station. Good night, everyone. Good night. Don't let the ghouls find you.